Oh, Donkey Kong Country 2! Yes! Oh, so much as a soldier! Oh, God! Oh, God, this makes me feel like a kid again. Screw it, stop, this joke's not working, this is dumb, stop it, just roll the intro, this is dumb. We are going to cover a lot of things that make this my favorite game of all time. But let's start with the basics, shall we? If you don't know what this game is by now, you have no excuse. The game came out in 1995, that's 19 years ago. God damn! That makes me feel old. But the question is simple, does the game still hold up today? Well, let's start the first part of this review, shall we, and find out.
But Scott, you don't have any joke to lead into the transition.
Oh wait, the troll's right. Oh, I have an idea.
Awkward transition!
The story of this game. Well, it's a Super Nintendo game, so I hope you're not expecting any huge Final Fantasy style melodrama. Oh, you were?
Get out!
The story is really simple. It takes place straight after the ending of Donkey Kong Country, where Donkey Kong is captured after defeating the evil Captain K. Rool, a beefed up saltwater crocodile that for some reason likes bananas. Or just likes fucking with the Kongs, I'm not really sure. So it's up to our awesome heroes Diddy Kong, returning from the first game, and a new character Dixie Kong, who as described in the game's manual is Diddy Kong's girlfriend. Well, I guess after saving all those bananas from Captain K. Rool in the first game, he does deserve a little nookie. They set out across Crocodile Isle on a search and rescue mission to save the one and only Donkey Kong. And, well, that's it. It really was that easy. Back then, you didn't need an epic 17 hours worth of cutscenes to make a game, you just needed awesome characters and a simple plot. It really was that simple. Stop the bad guy who captured the princess. Wait, that's... shit! The gameplay. Oh my god, the gameplay. To any outsider who hasn't played the Donkey Kong Country series before, you wouldn't be judged if your first thought was that this is just a Mario clone. The games share a lot in common. They are both side-scrollers with a touch of action and adventure. However, the Donkey Kong Country series brings a lot more to the table than Mario ever did. Instead of just jumping on the enemies to destroy them, you can throw barrels, cannonballs, and boxes at them, roll and twirl into them, and for fuck's sake, you can even throw your partner. Yes, you heard that right. In Diddy Kong's Quest, you can use your girlfriend as a weapon and kill enemies just by throwing her head first at the poor crocodiles and rats. Now that's using her head, Dixie. The controls in this game are sublime. Everything flows together just so nicely and there's no stiff controls or sluggish input. The controls are, for a better word, perfect. Every death in this game feels like human error. The levels are beautifully designed in a way that take full controls of, well, the controls. I mean, Diddy Kong can run faster than Dixie and can jump further, whereas Dixie can twirl her hair to be able to hover over long distances. Rand knew this and thanks to the tight controls, designed levels to take full advantage of these mechanics. Unlike the first game, where Donkey Kong was just a powerhouse, only really stopping to beat the shit out of a Kremlin if you decided to, Donkey Kong Country 2 focuses more on the platforming than its predecessor ever did, with great level design, tight controls and fun mechanics that never get stale. The difficulty spike in this game is a nice incline, where at the start of the game you'll be taking things in your stride, the later levels will have you ripping out your hair. Every gimmick is brought in slowly so that you can learn how the mechanic works, and then Rare really tests you towards the end, throwing you into a barrel with everything that you've learnt. The only gripe I have is with the boss battles. They seem to be far too easy. They suffer from the same tried and true formula that seems to plague every Nintendo game boss: 3-hit kills. While this doesn't distract from the gameplay much, it does make the final stage of the 6 worlds just a little too ho-hum. However, I will admit that the final battle with Captain K. Rool is quite challenging and will really test your skills that you have learnt through the game. If for some reason you get bored with all the side-scrolling actions that you've come accustomed to with your Marios and your Bubsies and your Sonics, Rare decided to throw in some extra fun. Just like the first game, you get to piggyback on some animal buddies. This time you'll be hitching a ride with a spider named Squidder, a rhino named Ramby, a rattlesnake, yes that's right, a rattlesnake by the name of Rattly, a swordfish caught On Guard. Get it? Get it? He's a sword. A fish. On guard. Get it? Oh, whatever, that was funny. And a parrot named Squawks. However, something has always bothered me about that damn fucking parrot. Let me get this straight. It's a parrot carrying 2 monkeys in its claws. How fucking big is this parrot? What can I say about the design of this game that you can't see from just looking at this footage? This is a Super Nintendo game that still looks as beautiful today as it did 19 years ago. Rare is one of the greatest video game creators of all time. No, not that one. That game never fucking happened. They impressed Nintendo so much with a demo for a boxing game using this new technology that Nintendo actually bought 49% of the company. Rare started a gaming revolution with the first real mainstream home video game console to use this new SGI technology in their games. Many games after would follow, including Rare's own game, Killer Instinct. Rare took a huge risk in acquiring this SGI technology, but it paid off in a huge way. This new technology allowed Rare to create beautiful pre-rendered graphics and more detailed animation in a single sprite than had ever previously been achieved on the Super NES. This paved the way for many other games to follow, including, you guessed it, Donkey Kong Country sequels. So what is a beautiful game without sound? And holy fucking shit, does this game have the greatest soundtrack to ever grace my fucking ears. Longtime viewers of my channel and fans of Diddy Kong Quest might have noticed that I have used music from the game in nearly every single video that I have made. It's just that fucking good. I mean, everything about the game's soundtrack is just beautiful. The music in this game mixes nature sounds with melodic and percussive backing tracks. The cool part about it is that the huge wide range of musical styles to fit different environments that appear in the game. Walking along a boardwalk, you'll hear a very pirate-like tune with the ocean in the background. Swimming in the water, you'll hear the heavy-hitting drum and percussion mixed with water and swimming effects. And by far, my most favourite track from this whole entire soundtrack. Flying through the vines on the wings of Squawk, you hear the most beautiful sounding music you'll ever hear in your life. The music in this game is a treat to listen to. From its production to its design, David Weiss is a fucking god in my eyes. To come up and compose the soundtrack for all 3 original Donkey Kong Country games and make them all so fucking good was an amazing feat, especially on the Super NES. And this is the last transition into the final verdict, and I don't have a joke, because this game looks and sounds like a perfect dream, and one that I just don't want.
Awkward transition!
And here we have it, the final part of the review, the part where you get to listen to me ramble on about some stupid meme culture, where I get to rate the game from 1 to 5. Well, 5 to 1, or whatever the way this works. But before I do that, I just want to cover some things. No, I'm not jocking Rare's dick. This game was my fucking childhood. I remember getting this game on Christmas and being so fucking excited to play it. Yeah, I really liked the first Donkey Kong Country game, but the difficulty spike in that game just goes through the fucking roof. Whereas a game that's a good difficulty spike starts from one spot and then goes up, Donkey Kong Country, the original game, decided to do this. And just some of the levels were insanely fucking difficult. But I remember finishing that game. I remember beating it and just being so fucking excited that I beat this game. So you can imagine how excited I was for the second game. So no, I'm not favoring Rare just because it's cool to love Rare. Actually, not anymore, since they've sold out to Microsoft. All they do is make Microsoft shovelware. I'm actually saying this because this game meant a lot to me. As you can see, it's the only game that I have personally completed 102%. And while doing this review, I remembered just how much fun this game is. And seeing this is the first time that I've used this meme-based rating system, let me explain how it works. You have a 5 rating system, 1 to 5. 5 being the best game that I've ever played and you should complete everything that's in the game, hence, complete all the things! The next is the way that the DayZ review went, which was, I would play again. If the game's not good, but it's not bad, not sure if this game is good or bad. If the game is it's getting pretty fucking bad, well, the game rating will get, why are you so bad? That Asian meme, whatever. And if it's a horrible piece of fucking shit that I just want to fucking ram down the throat of Tony fucking Abbott, it gets the rating of kill it before it lays eggs! So now that we get the rating system out of the way, what do I give Donkey Kong Country 2? I'm pretty sure you saw this coming, but ScottNBNP gives this a game rating of complete all the things! So that's it, that's my second review of a game, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I really enjoy doing these reviews, but let me know in the feedback section below. That reminds me, as always, like or dislike this video, leave some positive or negative feedback in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for the support. I can just fucking hear it. Everyone's like, oh, why are you wearing a hat? You know, you're indoors and shit like that. And I don't know if I fucking stand. I shaved my fucking head before I did the end of this review, so the start of the review I've got, you know, hair, and now I don't have any. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, I know. That's why I'm wearing a hat. But it's a cool hat. It's a Zelda hat, so it comes across cool. I mean, Zelda's Nintendo. This game was Nintendo. Oh shit, I'm still recording.